Hello everyone, Zoe is here with another video and another guest. Today I'm going to interview Sahar khoshraveshan, who is a quality coach in Atlassian. If you want to learn more about Atlassian company and her responsibility as a quality coach, let's watch the video. Hi Sahar, how are you? Thank you for joining us today.
Hi Zoe, thank you for having me.
Thanks. So to start, Sahar, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your career journey, please?
Cool. Okay, about myself, I'm Sahar. I am a quality engineer right now in Atlassian, but how I ended up here? No one come fresh out of university saying that I want to be a quality engineer. I was the same. I studied software engineer long time ago at Iran. I'm not going to say, then you can tell my age, how old I am.
No.
Yes, I studied software engineering at Lahija University. It was a good time. How did I go to that university? It just happened. And at that time, I didn't have any decision. Even I didn't know what I want to do. But I knew that I'm interested in physics. Mm-hmm. I did some study and research at that time, but everyone told me that what do you want to do as a person who studied physics? The only option that you have is just teaching at university. It is the end goal. And IT was kind of trending thing, so I just got accepted at Azad Lahija University as a software engineer. So I pursued my career. After 1 year studying, I kind of fell in love with that field. I found software really interesting, and knowing that when you study software, you have a really big field in front of you. Mm-hmm. Back in Iran, when you are a software engineer, the only option that you had at that time was being a developer. Mm-hmm. So after 4 years, I found a job, my first job as a developer, and I was working as a web developer, backend developer for 5 or 6 years. After that, I found out that I am more interested in kind of business side of IT, just than being a technical person. Then I had kind of hybrid type of position, which was something between BA and developer. It was kind of jack of all trades.
That's right.
And then gradually I shifted to quality. So I was a technical QA. I was writing Selenium tests. I was writing Selenium tests, automated tests, because I had the background. When I moved to Australia about 6 years ago, I started my career here as kind of support and test. Mm-hmm. Finding the first job isn't that easy.
Exactly.
So you need to just go for what you can find in the market.
That's right.
Yeah, and after that, I was a technical QA in my next position. And then I got introduced to quality assistant model. Mm-hmm. It's about 4 years now that I'm working as a quality coach. It is kind of new thing, but yeah, it is in the last 4 years I've been working as a quality coach. So but in Atlassian, I don't have the quality coach title because here everyone is quality engineer.
That's true. Cool. So you are in Atlassian now
as
a quality engineer. That's a dream workplace for everyone, right?
It's a nice place. The culture is really good. I really like the culture here. It's really open company, and there is no hierarchy. Everyone is valued. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, about Atlassian, like, which highlight do you think should be in someone's resume to secure the job? Like, what do you think was the highlight for you in your resume or in the interview that you could secure the job in Atlassian? I think it's going to be interesting for everyone, including me.
uh, you know, Atlassian has really tough process of interviewing. If you want to enter as a, there are a few ways to enter Atlassian. So I can go, one of them is for graduates. If you are a grad and you finish your study in the last 2 years, you can apply for the grad. It's really good. You are given 3 months opportunity to work closely with the team. You will get embedded in the teams.
Nice.
Sorry. This one is for interns. This one is for I think there are two. One of them is for interns. One of them is for grads.
Right.
I cannot distinguish between each of them, but I think the intern ones, you will work in team for 3 months. And after that, you will be given the opportunity. If you want, you can get hired by Atlassian. If Atlassian really like you, you can get hired. Graduates one, I think they are the people who finish their university in the last 2 years. They can apply, so they have a set of interviews. If you want to enter as a permanent, it is a bit tough. There are 5 interviews.
Wow.
But it is not impossible. It is possible if you are really good at your field, because usually at that stage they are looking for senior people. But it is doable. And there's a shortcut that I went through, which is you enter as a contractor. As a contractor, you have only 1 interview. But that 1 interview is a bit hard. It's lengthy.
Wow.
Yeah, because they want to ask everything in 1 question in 1 day, and it's a long day. But for myself, I was lucky enough because it seems that I didn't have any big competitor. They were looking for a quality coach. Yeah, they were looking for a quality coach, and in Sydney now we don't have many quality coaches.
Cool.
And it is really good field if you want to enter, because quality coaching is different with the normal quality engineer and quality or normal testers that usually you hear. Quality coaches have some specific skills. So yes, they were looking for someone in that area. So yeah.
So it's even one of those in-demand job as well as a quality coach and quality engineer, right?
If you want me to talk more about specifically quality, so see, there are 2 different type of quality jobs now in Sydney market.
Yeah.
If I want to start, I really suggest people, if you are interested in the quality field, and if you don't have any experience in quality, if you have a tech background, it's awesome. If you've been developer or if you've been in any part of tech, you can enter easily. Even if you haven't had any experience in that area, still you have chance. One step, get 1 certificate. The certificate is called ISTQB, and it has different levels, but just basic one is enough. I just got the basic one. And, having it in your resume make you more believable. And employer can trust you better. They can see that, okay, you went after it. So now you have something to, and it is not a really tough certificate. It has only 71. It's a small notebook type and 71 pages. You can read through it, and there are lots of sample questions in the internet that you can find. So easily you can pass. For example, I had few mentees, and they were juniors. So I told them that, go on after this certificate. I helped them to improve their CV and all those small stuff, but after a few months they could they could crack in the market and
That's
get their first
amazing.
quality.
Wow. That's good to know.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. The first step is getting the certificate to me. I think it can help a lot. And after that, make your decision between. I highly suggest you to go after quality assistant model now, because quality assurance nowadays is getting a bit out of market. Still, there are some small companies or really big corporates, banks are working in quality assurance, which they are kind of in the waterfall model, that the testers are the group of people who are sitting at the end of the software life cycle and just testing the application. So those type of companies, yes, they still need quality assurance people. But if you want to go something in the middle and newer type of companies, which are working more in the agile type, and they are pursuing the Spotify model, you can find more people who are skillful in quality assistant model.
That's awesome.
And in that area, QAs would be categorized in two areas: technical QAs and coach QAs. Technical QAs are people who are giving advice and helping developers to write better automated tests. Coach QAs, which is me, we are people who are helping team from the beginning. It is not, my position is not all working with developers. I'm working with the whole team. I start working with designer, product managers from the beginning of the cycle, even in discovery phase, and even I participate in some of the customer interviews. So it can help, and also improving the process, because in quality assistant model, we believe that quality is not only the neat and clean code, is not only the lots of automated tests. Definitely, yes, they can help improving quality, but improving process can definitely impact the good quality. So I am working with the whole team through the whole life cycle to improve the quality of the application. And because of that, it's called assistant, and it's called coaching. Definitely, it is the coaching position.
That's true, because it's belonged to the whole team. That was great. Thank you for explaining it. That was good. And is there any other skill which is required for someone to be a quality engineer? Like you explained very well now, but is there any other skill left that someone who need to learn to be a quality manager or quality engineer or quality coach in the future, like behavioral or technical?
If you want to go to the technical field, yes, there are heaps. For example, first pick the programming language that you are more interested in, and then automated type of, end-to-end type of test. In market, Selenium and Cypress are really well known. And also learn about different techniques of writing tests. For example, learn that what is contract test, what is integration test, what is regression test, and learn about different techniques of writing them. So if you want to go after being a technical QA. If you want to be a coach QA, you need to know all those things, but you don't need to code. You need to know the concept, because you have to deal with tech people. So you need to know their language. Plus, you are going to deal a lot with business people. So you need to learn their language as well. So, for example, what I'm doing, I read lots of articles, books related to product management, lots of books related to leadership, because in that position, you don't have authority, but you have to influence people. So there are lots of softer skills that needs to be developed in this position. And how did I get to know all these things? In Sydney, we have an awesome community.
That's good.
The testing community, the quality community that we have in Sydney is really good. and they helped me a lot. And because of that, I want to put back my portion as well. And now I am trying to help this community by, yeah, exactly, by running meetups, uh, by writing articles, helping juniors to enter this market if they are interested. Yes, I really motivate you to, if you are in Sydney, join these communities. Meetup is awesome. I start my meetup. It was really good. There are lots of good testing meetups that we have. And if you are overseas, even it is really doable, because nowadays, because of this COVID situation, we are running all these meetings and meetups over Zoom. So you can just plug into the Zoom, jump into the Zoom and join. For example, a few weeks ago, we had a meetup and people from all around the world in that meetup. It was really interesting. Usually we had people in Sydney. When it was just, we have from everywhere people joining that meetup.
This is amazing. Well done. That's so good. Helping others and also like feeling that you are giving back because of what that you have achieved. That's such a great feeling.
It is awesome feeling. I never forget that my first mentee, she called me and she said that she got the job. It was really rewarding. I never forget that feeling. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, to kind of like help others.
Yeah. What I really suggest is put clear vision for yourself. And sometimes I'm saying that, in product management, we have a concept which is called MVP, which is a minimum viable product. Okay. What is MVP? MVP is before you ship a final release product that you have, before spending lots of effort, time, and money, just make a small, releasable, workable product, send it to the market, and iterate it and learn out of that. So always I'm saying that make a MVP of yourself. Find what is the MVP of yourself. Find that, okay, if I want to be, for example, a successful person as a quality engineer, what is the first step? Set up that thing for yourself, set up that MVP for yourself, and then gradually learn, expand, scale yourself. Don't be perfectionist. One of the weaknesses that I had and I tried to overcome was I was perfectionist. I was thinking that whatever I do, it should be the best, but it's really stressful. It's really it drains you.
Exactly.
So start with small.
The process of a step by step, right? Like that was actually my question as well. Like someone who comes fresh out of university, someone who comes fresh out of another country from overseas and looking for the job, like they have to know that they need to go step by step to achieve their goal, right? So I think that should be the same for being a quality coach as well, because based on what you are saying, it's kind of like a senior role. So to get there, they have to go for some other positions, and then step by step. What are those steps? Like how do you define those steps as a position that they have to apply for?
Yeah, definitely. Start as a, when you want to start, just go for a normal QA, normal quality engineer. Don't apply for the quality coach from the beginning because there are some barriers in terms of communication, knowing people's language in terms of business language, not in terms of that. It needs maybe, I think after 2 years you can get that confidence, but at least for 2 years, work as a normal quality engineer.
How about testing? Is that part of it as well?
If you want to be a manual tester, there isn't much. If you start as a manual tester, your income would be low. You will receive kind of minimum.
Yeah.
But if you have the goal, and meanwhile because having having local experience is enough for you to start.
That's true.
For people who are coming, migrants, the main barrier usually is not having their local experience. If that local experience is just 6 months, go for it. Even if it is a manual tester job, accept it
Just to start and
enter
get
the market.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you have time to get your certificate and also get to know other people. Find connection. Connection is really, really important.
That's true.
So, and how you can find those connections? Going to the meetups. You will find lots of recruiters coming to the meetups and try to connect with them, talk with them. Find your connections, and after that you will evaluate yourself that, okay, what is your interest area? Do you want to go towards technical or you want to go towards coaching? Yeah, but it is really hard from the beginning saying that I want to be a senior in that area. Yeah, it's
That's
not
true.
possible.
To just getting into it and then make a decision by the experience.
Exactly.
That's awesome. And one more question, Sahar. When I was searching in Google, it was keep coming up that is quality engineer a stressful job? So how do you define that? Is that a stressful job or not?
I think every job has kind of its own difficulties and its own stress. It is a stressful in different areas. For example, one of them is conflict. In this position, you will have conflict with lots of people, and you need to learn how to manage this conflict. If you are not able to manage conflicts, it will turn to stress, because no one wants to hear that they haven't done their job properly. As a quality engineer, you are here to remind people to do their job better. Or even when you are finding bugs in their code, usually people get offended.
No, okay.
And you need to prove that. You need to explain a lot. So you need to have really professional approach to say that this is not something personal, because unfortunately some people take it personal.
That's true.
So exactly, learn how to address conflicts. And another thing is when you get close to release and there are lots of bugs, of course it is stressful. It's not only stressful for the QA, it's stressful for the whole team. But that degree of stress is more high in quality assurance model. In quality assistance, we try to switch detection to prevention. So we are trying to find all these problems as soon as possible. And because in this model we have continuous deployment, we have CI/CD, so every day we are releasing, so we cannot afford to have any problem in the last moment. So all the problems should have been fixed sooner. But yes, it is stressful mainly because of handling people. You need to yes, overcome lots of conflicts. But after a while you will learn. You will come kind of I don't know, person who is really exactly.
All your children are in the team and you know how to control them.
It's not that way. So but it's rewarding. It's really rewarding.
That's true. Of course it should be. And does it affect on your working hours as well? Like, do you have to sometimes work longer period as well, or no, it's always in a standard working hours?
Usually it is a standard working hours, specifically in Atlassian. They really encourage us that just to stick to that working hours. But sometimes it happens because we have lots of branches. We have overseas teams that working, and we have time differences.
That's true.
So just because of that, it happens sometimes that there are meetings after hours, but rarely it happens. Usually we try to not to get in that type of situation.
That's right. Cool. And is that a well-paid job?
Yes, it is good. When you pass, I'm saying that if you pass that 2-3 years at the beginning, and then if you try to make yourself different. I'm saying in all the positions it is the same. Even as a developer, as a PM, whoever you are, try to brand yourself. Try to have something that say that this is me. I'm different with everyone. When you get to that level in any position, you're exactly. You will get valuable. But when you are same as everyone, it's really competitive. There are lots of people. But try to find your strengths. Always, I'm saying, what usually we are doing, we think that I am weak in this area, so go and after empowering yourself in your weaknesses. But I'm saying that, no, forget your weaknesses. Now you are adult. If you are supposed to get better in those areas, you would have been better. But so it means that just leave it. Find your strengths and work on them. And then easily you can be distinguishable.
Oh, that's very interesting.
You can find you different.
Cool. That's perfect, Sahar. So is there any other tip or advice that you're going to add at the end for anyone who wants to be a quality coach like you in the future?
I can share some resources if you want. At the end, I can share some links with you. You can add to your channel.
Definitely.
It can help people, and definitely I suggest that you join the community and find a mentor. There are lots of people who wants to help. You can't believe that when usually we are afraid of asking questions. We are afraid of saying that I don't know. We are afraid of saying that I'm a junior. Just go for it. There are lots of people who are willing to help you. There are lots of communities and organizations here that they have mentors, registered mentors. You can just sign and they will assign you mentor. It can accelerate your journey a lot. So definitely do that.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Thank you.
No worries.
Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed watching the conversation. If you liked the conversation, please give me thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe me if you want me to produce more video like this for you. Thank you.